listening to The Nasty Table, the premier source for tabletop role-playing actual play. Now come on in, relax, and pull up a seat to The Nasty Table. Last session on The Nasty Table.
The note he said was planted by winners. It's the same handwriting as what we found in the locker.
You fucking bitch!
I just want to send OJ a little message.
A message.
But I'm not a part of it. I'm not helping you at all. Fuck you, both of you. He decide, and I and you. What the fuck did you just say? No one deserves this. You're just doing this out of a power grab. It's disgusting. I don't care.
How have you helped us, Mike? You have the tax records?
Yeah.
Any info about a ranch or a farm that some members of the mafia have been hanging out at? Then we'll tell you some shit.
Wow. Can you operate it for me?
Dude, getting the cards out kind of sucks.
This keeps on fucking happening. Dude, everyone I know keeps on going, dude, look at this new wallet I got. And
No
it's
way.
that. Dude, it
That's
keeps
funny.
happening.
That's funny.
Paul was the first one. Ed Ants. Phil, my brother, did it to me. Don Maglino did it to me. Now you're doing it to me. This is like once a week. The past like months.
Is it one of
I
like
just got
those
this new wallet and
metal
it's the
ones?
same thing
Yeah, it's
every
like
time. It's the same fucking wallet.
Chip tracker. Yeah.
Yeah, these are cool.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't fucking know what to like.
I don't really know either. I mean, I was really having thoughts.
I almost
want
I almost want to like go to a local small airport, rent a guy with a Cessna to fly me around all fucking day in northern.
And they're flying them.
ranches.
Yeah. Just fly around. Have the picture, like hold it up. That's right. That looks right. Drop me in. I'm dropping in.
Having a good old time.
What would you roll to have to fucking skydive?
Getting that K-hole
Got
ready.
Flonase. You stuffy? Let me get a recap. A gear turning session. A lot of gears turning.
Yeah.
And he was like, do it. And I'm like, I'm not going to do it now.
Everyone that we threaten, like every person
They're like,
whose
"Do
lives
it."
we
I'm like,
threaten
"Oh,
are like,
shit."
I'm just going.
These people are badass. Dude. What the fuck? They like put a gun to their head and they're like, yes. And you're like, I didn't expect this.
Dude, character creation is like a fantasy draft. Like, imagine your character dies like third session. That's like drafting Nick Chubb this year.
Yeah.
Just blows out his knee.
That never happens.
Aaron Rodgers.
fuck.
We'll never have a character die that early.
Did you guys
Cut this.
Now it's gonna
cut
be me.
this.
Now
cut
it's gonna
this.
be me.
Joe, remember to cut this in a year.
Did you guys make your characters together?
I'm gonna
for
like
the
fall
last
off a
campaign?
cliff.
No.
Separate?
I fall off a cliff. I trip.
No, yeah, we
Too
made them
close
all
to a
separate because it
precarious
was,
edge.
it was me, DJ Paul, Joe's sister's boyfriend. We all made them separate.
You fall to your
Oh yeah,
Nick
he
came
came
later.
later. Yeah.
Walk upstairs. My sister is sitting at our kitchen island, dissecting owl pellets.
Nice.
You remember doing that in fucking like middle and elementary school?
Yeah.
Like the clumps of owl shit? Yeah, she's just fucking
That shit was fun.
peeling one apart. God bless her. What else we got for this recap? So, with half the VCU heading to RJ's house to see if anything is astray, the other half find themselves still within the trailer. You guys are still outside, haven't entered back in yet after having this conversation about what to do with little LaRocca. So I ask, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm at my place, so I have my car. I want to go into my truck and find the canister of developed photos that we took the photos of the photos of the cabin. You know, the pictures that we found.
Yes.
So I just want to get all of them, and I want to look at them all again.
Okay.
And I want to really take some time to. I want to take a map out. I want to try and see if I can pinpoint any I don't want to say a mountain or a hill in any of the picture. You know what I mean? Just anything. Just.
Okay. What are you doing during this time, Jerry?
I don't know. Should I even talk to this guy?
He is unconscious again.
Oh, again. Okay. I could help look at the pictures. I don't really know what else there is to do. At least not here.
Well, in the amount of time that it will take them to walk their 6 football fields, you guys get through that. Not get through that, but get to a point. There's nothing. There's no defining or discernible features in any of these photographs that you can pinpoint or match to anything. If anything, looking over these swaths of forest in and around southeast or even south Minnesota, or even if you go farther north, acres and acres and acres, thousands and hundreds of thousands of miles of millions of quadrillions of trees and plants and leaves, and there's so much. Especially at this point in time, it's a lot of forest. What you do know, and do notice going through this, is that a lot of it is protected. State forests, tree reserves, stuff like that.
So no private property.
Private property, yes, but large amounts of it. Say about half of it is protected land.
I think we either figure out what we got to do with this guy, or we got to meet up with the guys.
I mean, I don't want to leave him.
I wouldn't want to leave him here either, but you know what else to do with him?
We can't kill him until we check with the other two. That's at a minimum.
Oh. I don't mean to instigate, but you didn't want to check on anybody else for letting Atkins go.
Yeah, it's fair. That's very valid. But this is something that could get us all into some really deep shit.
It's murder. It's different. But the whole case is different at this point. It's more personal.
My other set of detectives, for the sake of brevity, you guys make your way to RJ's house. Nothing is out of place.
When we were in the neighborhood, like when we walked away from the ramp into that residential area, we weren't close to the quick store. We weren't close to RJ's house.
Nope.
Bobby's house.
Nope.
No. Nowhere of
nothing. No point of interest within a reasonable walking distance.
Okay. I want to get on the radio.
Sergeant McNeil to the station.
Dispatch?
Dispatch, can we get a, fuck.
I'm trying to think how to word this, because I want. So they got off. RJ got on Route 52 North. So there must be prime, okay, you get on 42. There's there's only a certain amount of places you can go to off 42, most likely. You're not getting on 42, and there's a 90% chance you're going to fucking Texas. You know what I mean? Okay, sorry.
Can we get eyes on all points of interest off of Route 52 North? Keep an eyes out for a lime green 67 Pontiac Executive.
Copy that. You want to put out an APB?
What's up?
You don't think Minneapolis will leave right the second you put out an APB?
Yeah, you're right.
They want him. But to be fair, he's going right to them, isn't he?
To Minneapolis or the ranch?
They were going to kill him anyway.
So why would he go right to him?
He wants to see it.
So you're
It's
saying
over.
he's going to the ranch and not Minneapolis?
Yeah, I think he's going to the ranch.
I agree with that. I don't think he's going to Minneapolis at this point. Yeah, no APB, but...
No APB. This is more of... This isn't an official case yet. Over.
I can relay that to State Patrol, if you'd like, Sergeant.
Yeah, that works, yeah.
Copy that.
Alright.
Good thinking.
Anywhere you want to go?
I hate sitting chasing leads, but I mean, I think the best thing we got is your buddy.
Chuck?
Yeah.
Can be pretty much twiddling our thumbs until we hear back from him. We could knock on doors in the residential area. You see a guy barefoot, shirtless, scratched up, walking around here.
Are we close to a pawn shop now?
There is probably a pawn shop between that residential area and RJ's house.
Or between there and the station? If I know one, can I direct Roy to it?
What's it called?
B&O Pawn.
Body and odor pawn.
Yep.
Nice.
Smells like shit in there.
Yeah. I mean, you see B&O pawn right there.
Pull into B&O Pawn.
Fuck it. I walk in.
I'll follow him.
Walk in. Smells amazing. Lilacs and daisies. Is that peppermint? A little bit of peppermint? No, it's eucalyptus. Nice.
Unreal. Wow, you guys got good noses, man.
Hard biker looking guy behind the counter. Looks up.
Can I look at him?
Yeah.
Stare at him.
Yeah.
Does his expression change at all as I stare at him?
No.
Nothing? You didn't have what I was looking for? Nothing came in?
No.
Nothing changed?
No.
No, I'm gonna be honest. You weren't the only one I asked. So what did I ask you specifically for?
If anyone was pawning vintage dresses.
What kind was I looking for here?
You didn't specify, you just said vintage.
You didn't show me to nothing?
No.
Alright.
You guys gonna buy something or just stand there?
Nah, I'm leaving. And I leave.
Give them the finger.
Yeah, well.
That's how you leave stores, right? You tell the,
I'm
you
leaving.
tell the
I'm
clerk,
leaving.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving the store now.
You ask
Goodbye.
a bunch of questions at the counter, and then you sit there like this. Oh, you're gonna buy anything?
Dude's pondering.
leaving.
No, I'm leaving.
Just walk out.
Goodbye. Into the parking lot of B&O Pawn.
B&O Pawn.
I get on the radio and I try to reach out to Jerry and Ray. I'm like, shh.
Jerry, Ray, you copy?
Probably no response.
Yeah, we're doing bad shit. We're murdering.
Could go back to their house. But what are we gonna do if we go to his house?
We got a lot of feelers out right now.
We do.
Maybe if you want to go back, just drop me off at the station. I can watch the phones, see if anything comes in.
Okay. All right, yeah, I'll do that. I'll go drop off Caleb at the station and I'll head back to Ray's.
Caleb, you are dropped off at the station. Roy, you're on your way back to Ray's trailer. Caleb, what do you do when you go in?
Lieutenant in his office.
Yeah.
Point to Roy's phone. This didn't ring, did it?
No, it did not.
Sit back at the desk, slide the chair a little bit further, and put my feet up.
Okay. Roy, you make your way to Ray's trailer.
Yeah, get out of the car and...
Still in your squad car?
Yes.
Okay.
Just knock on the door.
There's a knock at the door.
You look through the window and it's just Jerry and Ray just like arms folded, just like staring at this unconscious kid tied to the wall.
I'll
What
go.
do we do with him?
I'll go open the door up.
What's up?
How you doing this morning?
I'm fantastic.
Also, at this point, it's about 10:45.
You guys find
Maybe a little
anything?
bit later.
We're sitting on a couple loose ends right now. We're having some people sort it out. We have Chuck Berry from Johnny B. Distributing Grain looking into this search. I also want to... Ray, can I use your phone?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
All right. I actually want to call the station.
Okay.
Okay, I'll call Caleb's desk.
Caleb, the phone rings.
Answer quickly.
I know what you did last summer. You hang that up and then the phone rings again.
I did probably do a lot of fucked up shit last summer if I was a contract killer.
Sup, killer? I mean, Caleb.
That's not funny. He's a murderer.
What murder?
What murder?
The best guy around.
Sup, Caleb?
How's it going, Roy?
I think we should have somebody go door to door in the area of that neighborhood. Right.
Yeah, I'll see if there's a free body.
All right.
Got it.
Preferably Gaines and Lang. Right.
Storage unit. The floor of it. There wasn't pellets there, right?
It's just grain, if I recall correctly.
Just grain? Huh. Alright. Yeah, I'll ask them.
All right. Thanks. Click.
I'll try to find anybody that's free.
Yeah, there's a couple officers around, notably Gentry and Merritt, who did the search on Nancy's trailer.
Yeah, I'll have them do it.
Okay. And what do you tell them to do?
Canvass the area, see if they know anything about, they saw a guy walking in the snow, odd looking.
Okay.
No shirt, scratched up.
Got it.
They saw anything about a potential robbery.
They head out.
So, with that, I'd say now, you guys are up to speed on my part. How are we doing over here?
This kid don't want to give anything up. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it seems like he's hurting a little bit too. He was up talking to us, but as soon as we walked out, he collapsed.
Something's weird. He's stuttering every time he talks.
How hard you beat him?
Yeah, we beat him. We beat him up a little, but I mean, once we stopped, we stopped.
Anybody do anything to try to treat him somehow?
Yeah, I mean,
Gave him water.
yeah, we gave him some water, wrapped him up a little bit.
It's good enough to me.
Last night we were keeping an eye on him the whole night, just making sure he was, was breathing and living. But I mean, what are we gonna do? Bring him to the hospital?
Right.
Best case scenario is we find out where this cabin is before we decide what to do with this kid, and we haul our asses up there. But I can't keep him here forever.
Right. So, all right, we talked about using the kid as like some kind of bait or trade-off piece, right?
Yeah.
Is there any way we could contact these these people?
Yeah, if we drop his body in Minnesota, Minneapolis jurisdiction, well, we know he's friends with Danny.
Right.
Put a note on it. I'd rather not kill the kid, though.
Right.
No one seems to be coming to try and find him.
I don't think anyone knows where he's at.
These people seem to know everything.
Right. Does he have a, I know we searched him earlier. Any kind of wallet with any contact info in it, or?
He told us to call John.
A knock at the front door. 3 quick rasps.
Is there a window at the door or no? Like a door with a window
Is it?
type thing?
No, it would have like just a tiny
Just
one at
like
the
a-
top that you really couldn't see through, you know.
Okay.
There might be a peephole, but
Yeah.
we wouldn't shuffle over for.
I grabbed my piece.
Yeah, I
Same.
put my hand on my pistol.
Mm.
I don't say anything. I try to
Is
move.
there a window? Is
Yeah,
there
I try to move
anywhere that
towards
I
the
can
window.
look to see?
Towards the window, you see a car. You can't see out on the front porch yet, but you see a car that you don't recognize.
What's the car?
It's a black sedan. It's too far to really make her model. Another quick 3 rasps.
Rasp, like.
Knocks.
Oh,
Is the kid waking up or no?
No. You hear a voice. Ray. Thick door. Hard to make out what it is, but those words at least.
I go up to the door.
Mm-hmm. Ray, it's Greg.
I open it up real quick.
Greg Atkins. No one else behind him. With a folder in his hands. He looks at you. He looks worse for wear.
You couldn't have. Thanks.
He puts his hand out with the folder in it.
I take it. I want to open it up while he's still there, though.
Mhm.
Kind of page through it. So
A lot of stuff. It's about 2 inches thick. You start thumbing through it, and he talks rather, still low volume. I don't think anyone saw me. I don't think so. Tampered reports. It's hard to find the original copies, but there's a few. Crime scene photos depicting gunshot wounds, and the coroner report saying it's a traffic accident. There's 4 of those. There's about half a dozen on-duty officer deaths in the last year, all traffic accidents. Bodies processed and buried within 24 hours. Another dozen or so off-duty officers the same way. Car crash, heart attack, stroke. I know how these guys died. 14 missing evidence reports in the last 2 years. Now, if you go down into the storage lockers, take a look, follow the boxes, they go to the case reports. Case reports say drugs were seized. Evidence goes missing, but the reports don't say what went missing. Usually it was cocaine, sometimes it was heroin. There's a lot more there too. Talking about fast track promotions, all the guys closest to Dan, even his 2 captains that he keeps with him, skipping over tests, unqualified, making sergeant and lieutenant, unauthorized surveillance reports, 3 separate internal affairs investigations in the last 5 years. Every single one was closed and inconclusive after less than 2 months. But the big thing in there is $40,000 of missing equipment, riot gear, guns, and ammunition that Minneapolis was given off of a federal grant, unaccounted for. There's copies of discrepancies in there amongst the inventory reports and what we were given.
you guys trust him now?
That's a lot.
Is Is this a copy?
They're all copies.
Good.
And I want to make this clear. The folder's proof of all that, but I need you to understand that Dan's not sloppy. The department's not sloppy. I know where to look.
This is all gonna go far.
Some of those have Dan's signature on them.
Greg, you have the name of his two right-hand men?
Yeah, Doug Caliburn and Roger Ackroll. It's his left and right hand.
Ackroll?
Ackroll. Ackroll. Not even to mention in there 30 or more unauthorized wiretaps, surveillance that isn't cleared by any governing body.
Can you would you mind telling them what you told me about Blue Coda last night?
It's a meeting place for cops and mob. We work together. Or at least the precinct works off of Dan's orders to work with these people. It's owned by a company, but like I told Ray, I don't know what the company's called.
Good to know.
You think Blue Coat is open yet?
Probably not.
I'm not talking about in the day. I'm talking about since what happened.
No, they got to keep up some sort of police presence there.
Okay.
They would have swept that under the rug, but other people called the police. So.
Right.
Greg, you know anything about this cabin, man?
No, I never been there.
What do you know about this kid? Anything?
He's a nephew,
Of who?
leader of the LaRocca family, John LaRocca.
John LaRocca. Of course.
You have John LaRocca's contact info?
No,
How many LaRoccas are there? Do you know?
the family, even with outside muscle, maybe about 100 or so.
You have any LaRocca's contact info? I mean, you hang out at Blue Coda with these guys.
No, I don't have the contact info, but I could try and get it, but I don't know if that would raise suspicion or not. I mean, you gotta understand, at least from what I did, it was more, go here, do this, watch this building, hurt this guy, bring packages here, give this gun to this guy.
You don't think they're looking for him right now?
They probably are.
Okay.
My brother's in town.
We know.
I wanna go talk to him if I can. My kids, my wife, they're okay, they're safe, but I just want to check in with him.
If that's what you'd like to do.
I'll come back after I'm done. If there's anything else that you guys need from me, I'll do it.
You know where Doug and Roger might be this time of day?
Probably at the station, but I didn't see him when I went there.
Are these guys cabin goers?
I think so, yeah.
I nod towards little LaRocca.
Mm,
Does he know where the cabin is?
I don't think so. He was on the same level as me. We weren't there following his orders. If that's what he made it out to be, that's a crock of shit. We were all told to go there. He's still trying to climb the ranks. He's trying to prove himself.
Why are you doing this?
When I say that my job is go here, watch this guy, do this, do that. It was gradual to that point. You know, I thought I was helping the police force, honestly, but when I realized that we were working with the criminals and not against them, I didn't stop. I knew it was wrong, I didn't stop, but being around those people like RJ, higher ups, the mob, I know that there's some weird shit going on. I knew that, and you know that too, but what I want you to at least try to understand is that Dan came to me personally about Emma, him. And I was more shocked that he even knew about her, knew her name. He offered money, a promotion, and I said no. I want to make that clear. I said no. And the next day he picked up my daughter from school and drove her to our house. And he made it clear that no was not an option. So, and even now, I don't even think it had anything to do with him. I think it was about me, but...
Do you see him carrying anything? Of note in particular, regarding weapons? Dan Winters, I mean.
You ask why I want to help. And he seems like serious, like as if he's just like staring at the ground thinking. I want to kill Dan Winters. That's why I want to help. What did you say?
You see him carrying a knife?
I don't know.
You don't recall?
No, he carries a service weapon.
Okay. Look, my 2 cents is you don't see your brother until he's dead. Till Dan Winters is dead, if that's really what you want. You're taking a risk. You're gambling if you get out of this trailer and go see him. That's my 2 cents. You're a free man. You can do whatever you want.
No, I have to look him in the eye. I can't tell him yet, but I want to at least be there for him. Everybody roll human intelligence. Except for Caleb, you're at a desk.
Where the fuck?
Oh,
11.
11.
Come on.
11.
180.
99. 40.
40 on a
What am I rolling?
human intelligence.
It's like 79.
So you guys all see it, but Ray and Roy, you guys probably saw it immediately. He hasn't made eye contact since you opened the door with anybody. Has not made eye contact at all.
What?
Does he look any different since I saw him last? Tired, bags are under
He looks
his eyes.
cleaner, but he does look tired.
Like physically, like he showered, possibly?
Or at least cleaned himself up in some capacity. I'll be back.
Be careful, Greg.
You guys too. He turns around, starts walking towards his car.
As he's walking towards his car, can I get a make and model and plate number?
Yeah, you got all that down pat.
Cool. Dude, every roll I've had with these dice so far has been a crit success. That's all I'm saying.
You got rigged dice.
I mean, one way we could get to the ranch is to follow Doug and Roger around off duty.
It's not a bad
Be
idea.
a lot of following, but I'm in.
Okay.
You guys want to take a little deeper look at this file while we're sitting
Yeah,
here?
let's pull this thing apart.
Start digging through.
Yeah.
All right. So there is a lot there. He mentioned it, but dealing with some suspect reports, and he has, the case files which have crime scene photos of a guy who's obviously been shot to shit, torn to pieces. Cause of death officially ruled as a traffic accident. The same with when he talked about these on-duty officer deaths. There were 6 in the last year, all traffic accidents, no crime scene photos, nothing like that. The bodies were processed and buried within 24 hours. So, top of that is the off-duty officer deaths. Even more than that, there's about a dozen or so. Car crash, heart attack, stroke. Off-duty officers processed and buried within 24 hours. 14 missing evidence reports. What's missing isn't mentioned in those reports, but it seems like he has compiled what evidence went missing on what case, and then that case file and what was seized in that case. So evidence went missing 14 times. All the case files for, the evidence related to that case file were seized drugs. He said mostly cocaine, sometimes heroin. It looks like 10 of the 14 times was cocaine, 4 of them were heroin. On top of that, it's just like depictions of promotion where there is no proof of anyone taking any kind of tests or any kind of qualifications, or even shooting qualifications, which you should take for promotions to sergeant and lieutenant. You guys have a list of names there. The IA investigations, 3 separate internal affairs investigations in the last 5 years, each one closed and inconclusive. The longest one lasted 2 months. Little to no investigation whatsoever. And then the final thing that he has is this armament requisitions, federal armament requisitions, compared against the listed armory inventory. $40,000 worth of riot gear, guns and ammunition, unaccounted for. They were received, proof of receiving the shipments. Inventory count is off in a number that reflects 40,000.
That's at the fucking ranch.
Yep.
Yeah. Or it's with the mob who was at the fucking ranch.
Going through this as well, the other thing that you notice is it looks like it's about 95% of these reports, the falsified reports, are the same coroner, Dr. Jeffrey Jasper.
Jeffrey Jasper?
Yep.
JJ. That dude's sus as fuck.
Well, if Jasper's anything like our Davey, he knows a hell of a lot about what's been going on.
Yeah. And this is the Minneapolis coroner.
Yes.
Okay. Would any of us know him by any chance with our experience?
Probably not you.
Okay.
What,
Probably not
Davey?
you guys. Maybe. You don't know.
I call up Davey.
Call up Davey.
Ray, can I borrow your phone again?
Mm-hmm.
Ring, ring.
Hey, Davey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Jeffrey Jasper. You know this guy?
Yeah, I met him. Conference a few years back.
Okay.
Coroner in Minneapolis.
Okay. Good dude.
Oh,
Not sure how much.
yeah. I mean, he was a good dude, but jeez, I mean, he's got to be what, like late 80s now?
Oh,
Is he still working?
good question. Okay.
Yeah, he was old when I met him, and that was probably about like 15 years ago.
15. Okay. Yeah. Sounds like a retired guy. Okay. You got anything else about him?
He was nice. He was smart.
Nice dude. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have any contact info of him?
No, I only met him in passing.
Okay. All right, Davey. Thanks, man. That's all I got for you right now.
Okay,
Thanks for holding those bodies, by the way.
you got it.
All right.
Click.
Jeffrey Jasper.
Dr. Jeffrey Jasper.
Yeah, I wish we didn't have this fucking kid.
We could get Lang to watch him. Or we could fucking bring him wherever we go.
I don't want to have Lang watch him because then what happens if family members come by? I don't want to put his life in danger like that. Almost wish they would.
Can I try and wake the kid up? Like I want to, like same deal with like, with like water or something.
Yeah. What do you do?
Like I'll get a cup of water and I'll just
Tickle his feet.
I'll tickle his and I'll tickle his armpits.
Tickle him, shake him, move him, put like
Yeah.
pour water on him.
Okay, yeah, realistically, I'd like to have like a cup of water and just in his face.
He doesn't even react. He doesn't move.
Is he breathing?
He is breathing. Pulse, if you put your finger up,
Yeah.
very, very light.
Okay, I assess him. Is he bleeding?
He is not bleeding.
Is he bruised?
Heavily.
Is there anything I can do with a first aid?
Head, neck, ribs. First aid?
Yeah.
I mean, do you take his bandage off his head?
Yeah, I'll just take a look at it.
Yeah, take the bandage off. The gash in the back of his head is pretty deep. When you take that bandage off, it kind of like, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but like that gauze, it's like stuck.
Oh,
Too many times have I experienced that. It's no bueno.
Yeah.
The bandages are dirtied.
Okay, I'll give him some fresh bandages.
Yeah, he probably would need stitches on that, but that's not the problem here.
Yeah.
You're able to tell that at least.
Okay. Fuck. All right, this kid might not be waking up ever.
Yeah, he might be, Connor.
We still alive.
We could just let him die.
Yeah.
He's bound to know a phone number.
He tried. He's willing to die for his family, and it's looking like he's gonna.
We can bring him over to Davy, get him cleaned up, free of any
maybe.
of our fingerprints or anything, and we could put him where he needs to be so the message is sent.
And what's the message? What are we trying to send them? Send to
I
them.
think if anything, we're trying to lure them out.
Okay, so we want to lure them out, and we have the nephew of John LaRocca. And-
Yes.
And he's probably going to be dead.
He's looking nearly dead.
Well, I don't know if we have to lure him out.
Well, where do you
This
want
is
to put
just a
this kid?
Somewhere up in Minneapolis. This is just an... I don't know if we're going to be able to lure anyone out, because he's not alive, but... He won't be alive, but, If we put some kind of message on him, you could be sure that it's going to get read by the people we intend to read it. So this is the time when if we want to talk, if we want to say something, the people we've been after this whole time, this is it. Dan or
Let's get going.
or the mob or fuck even RJ, he's probably going to know about whatever we say.
We could dump him by Blue Coda.
I was gonna say, just kick him out right in front of Blue Coda. Keep driving.
We could be watched if we dump a body there. Maybe we could have somebody dump a body and we're kind of in a separate vehicle or something.
I'll dump the body.
I could always, if we could get some type of work truck or something, you know, I got my CDO. Just throw in a little cheap disguise and drive that up there in like a little work truck. We can just dump it off.
All right.
Yeah, I mean that works.
I mean, if you want to dump it right outside the Blue Coda, send a fucking message.
That's what I want to do.
So I kind of like that. It sounds pretty badass.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So we're going to Minneapolis.
Well, this kid's still breathing.
Right.
We're still trying to find this cabin.
Yeah, we are. Let's
I don't think we're gonna get it from him.
let's give Caleb a call. We can regroup, and I mean, we have multiple reasons to go to Minneapolis. So
Alright. Bring, bring.
Answer it really quick again.
I know what you did last summer, you fucking bitch.
Fuck. Hang up on that guy again.
The phone rings.
Answer it. Hello.
You. It's it's Ray.
Yeah. What's anything new?
Yeah, we got some good stuff. We can chat in person. You want to come here?
I don't have a car.
Squad car? You don't have a squad car?
Did you take the squad car to Ray's?
I did.
You got your own.
I have my own squad car?
Yeah.
Okay. Scratch that then. Yeah, alright. Sure, I'll come up there.
Leave the station. Head to a squad car.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Ray's.
Yeah.
Anything that you guys say or do in the time that it takes Caleb to get there.
How do you guys want to kill this kid? You want to make it messy? Or do you just want to...
Well, I mean, it already looks like we beat the shit out
Exactly.
of him. So, message kind of sent.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we could write a note or something if we need to deliver some kind of message, but this enough, and I like gesture towards the kid, is a message.
Caleb, you arrive.
Come on in.
Walk in. We got a plan? What's going on?
I slaps 2-inch folder down in front of you, Caleb. Our pal, Greg Adkins, stopped over just a couple minutes before you arrived and dropped this off.
Benefits of choices. Good move. Letting him go. Jesus, 40 grand. Nobody here thinks we gotta even the odds. Something to get on our side. Start taking these guys out individually.
Do we have the time for that?
What do you want to do? Walk into a firefight that we're gonna lose?
Yeah, we need some kind of leverage.
Atkins. He still know anybody on the inside? Does he still want to help us?
Yeah, he said he should be back here pretty soon.
What if you got other guys? Other guys that don't like winners? Worm his way in. At least get a couple of them on our side. And these two fucking... These are the guys that were at the conference. Gave us the lie detector test.
Right.
We have a phone book that they could come up in? Because me and Jerry used a Minneapolis phone book. We had a Minneapolis one to get the...
Perhaps.
To get the, to find out that Blue Coda was real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got a phone book.
He's got a phone book.
I'll slap my phone book on the table.
And you guys found this coroner too, right? Did you guys look into him?
Haven't checked. No, haven't checked it.
Can I check for all three names?
You find Douglas Caliburn, Roger Ackroll, and a Jeffrey Jasper Jr.
Does phone books just have phone numbers?
Yes.
Is there a way at this time to look up addresses based on that? Or no?
Don't do this again.
I didn't know.
We did this like sessions and sessions ago. Oh, we have their phone number. Can I look up their address?
Well, I did.
Yes.
That
No,
was a cherry
you
thing.
cannot.
Be a lot cooler if you could.
Anybody have a play? Call these guys on the phone, get them out to a location, pretend to be somebody. What do we know about these guys?
We know that they are up Winters' ass just about every time we see Winters.
They gotta know some shit's going down, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course they do. They're probably in on it just as much as Winters.
What if we get Atkins?
To do what?
Say I know where these guys are at. I got away. They rushed me at Golden King. But I got away. I know where these fuckers are at. Meet me here. We can take them out.
We could do that.
We bombard the fuckers. Try to get an address for it, or put 2 bullets in their heads.
That sounds quicker than stalking them, following them, but maybe we shouldn't put them in a scenario where they're going to be prepared to fight. Maybe it could be something a little simpler, like Mike McAllister wants to talk, or something of that nature where they just need to go learn something versus engage.
McAllister's a good idea. Yeah.
I like that.
What if we get McAllister to tell them he's working on a case for Linwood? He wants to meet up. He has information that he can give them. He found out something secret. Something interesting.
That would make McAllister's career.
Absolutely.
Put him right in the middle of it. Hell, if we need to take that kid out too. He might know too much. We could use him first, though.
Right. I say we give him a call. Do we have his number?
Can you give it to either of you?
Give it to Ray.
Yeah, you can call him up. Bring, bring. You can tell him to come here.
Yeah.
Hello.
Mike McAllister?
Detective Hoyt.
Yes, sir. This is Ray.
How you doing?
I'm doing. I'll give you my address real quick. You want to stop on by?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. It's 123 No Name Street.
Next to the nuclear power plant? What are you doing all the way up? What about? No, I'm not gonna ask questions. I'm on my way. Click. The phone hangs up.
I mean, we know we're tipping our full hand to him here. We okay with doing that?
Yeah. I kind of decided to do that from the second he broke our story. So why not keep going?
Yeah, I think we're running out of time, and we're running out of options too.
So what are we trying to get on these guys? Are we, maybe we get one alone? Or are we having him call both for a meeting?
The more the merrier.
Just thinking if we can get one alone, we can maybe get the address. Sir, we kill one, force the other's hand.
Right. Frankly, I think that we'll be in a predicament if we meet in, say, a coffee shop where he typically meets people, right? Because what the fuck are we going to do in a public coffee shop with these guys? I think we may have to lure them maybe into a private residence of some sort. Or if we could speak with the owner of some kind of establishment, right? Restaurant, coffee shop. Preface them. I mean, we basically did that at the fucking gas station. We made that shit our scene. Right? So I think we'll shoot to meet at a residence, but if they do not want to meet at a residence, we're gonna have to pick some place.
Oh, we got a storage locker.
That's right.
I like that.
Pick up where that place left off.
Yeah.
Decent amount of time passes before a car pulls up. Voice on the other end of the door. Detective Hoyt?
Yeah, we'll be out in a sec.
Okie dokie.
Well, actually, if we're going up to Minneapolis, 2 birds, we can meet them closer.
Right. We gotta make sure this kid is not an eyesight of this guy, though.
Well, that's why we're going outside right now.
Alright.
Step out.
Step out.
Mm-hmm.
Mike McAllister on the front porch.
Yeah, I follow too.
Yeah, same.
Gentlemen,
Mike, how you doing?
doing good. I just had a conversation with your sergeant not too long ago. Roy?
Yeah, Mike, we put some thought into it. And I think there is a way you could help us.
Don't leave me hanging.
So, we have 2 people we think you could interview.
Who's that?
2 Minneapolis officers. But, frankly, before we get any deeper into this, I gotta remind you of the conversation earlier. We want to help you only because there's a mutual exchange here, right? We can help you, you can help us. We need some confidentiality.
Oh, absolutely. Consider me confidential. These 2 officers are related to the case?
Not necessarily, no. But, frankly, we would just need you to call at least one of these officers and ask to interview them about this case at a private residence. How far is your house from here?
I live in Minneapolis.
Okay. Or we have another location in mind too.
Okay. Wait. You want me to interview 2 officers unrelated to the case? For why?
Well, we believe that they are related
So
to the
they
case.
are related to the case. What do you want me to say to them? Bad actors in this case, or look, I need context here. I'm writing a story. You know I'm writing a story. I know a decent amount of this. I don't know everything. Look, I've been saying it this whole time. I want to write the story, and then I want to get out of here. Quicker I get that done, quicker the story's published, quicker I'm happy. But I need to know this story to write the story. Help me out here. Fill in some blanks.
Well, let's think out loud, and I turn to everybody. A man goes to Blue Coda. Kills a couple people in Blue Coda. And then is found dead in his home. That's related to Minneapolis. But we want them at quick store. Okay? How can we tie anything from the quick store to Minneapolis? These people know about RJ. But in terms of connecting these cases, it doesn't really fit.
Blue Coda?
Blue Coda.
All I'm saying is you give these guys a call. You mention who you're looking into, what story you're looking into. You watch them jump.
Are these guys gonna fucking kill me?
No. They're gonna want information out of you. They're gonna know what you've been looking into.
Holy shit. And he kind of like takes like a step back, puts his hands on his hips. That's why you haven't been filing shit. In the police force? In Linwood? Or just Minneapolis?
We need you to interview 2 officers from Minneapolis.
Come on. Honest conversation here.
Honest conversation, we're giving you an interview to ask honest questions.
That's a good point. You can ask them whatever the fuck you want to ask them when you're face to face with them.
You're trying to bait me into talking to 2 crooked cops who are in with whatever all this shit is?
Yeah.
I have a feeling whatever they know, you know. Am I wrong?
Oh no, they probably know way more than any of us.
So then why the fuck would they talk to the press? That's ridiculous. You guys don't even want to talk to the press. And I think that we're on pretty good terms. I like you guys.
Like I said, you tell them who you're investigating, you tell them what you're investigating, and you watch them jump. I'm sure they'll have questions for you too.
Mike, you played a great game with us, man. You played a great game with us, and I think you can play a goddamn good game with them too. Alright? You have info that you might want to know about these guys. I'm sure your brain's already working.
Like what?
You're a journalist. You can't even think. It's 2 crooked cops in Minneapolis.
Related to this case? How do you know? Tell me how you know that these 2 people, whoever they are involved.
Look, you've been trying to get the 4 of us to just spit out something. You've been shooting in the dark for us. Why don't you want to shoot in the dark for them? It's a good point. You could get something from these guys.
I don't want to... Roy, I don't have time to shoot in the dark.
Man,
Look. Here's what I'll say. You tell me exactly how these 2 guys are involved. I will tell you who my source is in Linwood.
Anybody here give a shit?
Not at this point, no, not really.
No.
No. Fuck it. No, I'm not.
Alright. What do you want from us?
I want fucking answers. My God, I've been like a dog
Look,
to all of you.
look.
No, stop. I've been like a dog coming to you, asking for answers. I want to know this. I want to know that. And you tell me to fuck off. You tell me to beat it, Mike. You suck. Fuck you. Now you want something out of me, and you come calling my number. It's been fucking how many goddamn days, Ray, since I gave you that phone number, and this is the first time you're calling me because now you want something. Tell me how they're involved, and I will think about it. You want to play a game
You'll
of leverage?
think about it?
Yes, you want to play a game of leverage. I will play a game of leverage. Because honestly, honest to God, I don't give a fuck about you or this police department. I want the story written, and I can write it tonight. And that's it, and I don't care. And I'll still get a paycheck.
Look. Okay, yeah, you could write a pretty shit story tonight and get it published. That's fair. That's totally fair, man. But guess what? You think you're behind us? They are light years ahead of us. Alright? Where does that put you? Imagine the fucking gold mine you'd be sitting on.
Would this help you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then ask for my help, and don't ask and try to trick me like you're trying to trick me. Oh, go chase this, Mike.
We do need your help this time. I'm not afraid to say it. We do.
I don't think that they would trust me any more than they would anyone else.
I think it's worth a shot.
You guys don't even trust me. Am I wrong?
We're putting a lot of trust in you to do this, frankly.
Well, you won't tell me anything.
What do you want to know?
How are these two people involved? Tell me that.
I mean, we know. I don't really think it's that big of a deal.
Kid's leaving a novel on the front doorstep. Walking away from it to write one goddamn story.
I don't care. I told you when we met. I don't give a shit about this stupid town or the dead kids or any of that. You know exactly how I feel.
I meant we have an eyewitness testimony that told us what those two men did.
Yeah, we do.
Do we not? Do we really care if this guy? I look at Mike. This guy knows. It's not like there's a report that says he got murdered.
No?
These two guys, confirmed, left the club with damn winners and murdered one of the suspects. Well, not a suspect, but a key player in our case.
Dan Winters?
Yep.
Chief of Police.
Yep.
You know, I was writing a story a couple months ago. IA reports internal affairs investigations getting cut. Yeah, that tracks. That makes sense.
Yeah, we can verify all those reports you wrote too. We found out about that.
So, what you're saying is that all this shit that's happening in this town, it's coming out of Minneapolis?
In a sense.
And these two guys, how high up the chain are they?
They're number 2, man. They're number fucking 2.
Well, to Dan.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some parallels.
All right. Look, I can make some phone calls, but I can't guarantee you that they'll meet me. I know you say, you know, they'll jump. They'll want to meet me because of what I'm looking into. I get it, but with these guys, I don't know. All right, what are their names?
We got a Doug Caliburn and a Roger Ackroll.
And you got phone numbers?
We do.
And you want me to call them and have them meet me where?
Think they would rather meet you in Minneapolis somewhere, or they would come all the way down to Linwood? How do these usually work?
I don't know. I mean, I call them. I say, hey, I'm writing a story on things happening in Linwood. Your name came up. I wanted to know if you wanted to make a comment. Smart thing. Smart people hang up the phone. If they're overconfident and they want to know what I know, then they'll talk to me on the phone.
I don't think you say, that your name came up. Right?
Absolutely not.
No, you just say, looking into it, these Linwood guys are giving me nothing, or they gave me a little bit, But
And you have a piece of information you'd like to exchange, but you'd like to say it in person.
you think something shady's happening with the Linwood PD? You want to ask cops in your local jurisdiction if everything's on the up and up.
So don't relate it to this case at all.
No, just tell them you're looking into Linwood. What's going on here?
And what do you guys get out of this? Tell me honestly.
Tail? If you can meet him in person.
All right. I'll give it a shot.
Good man. Good man. We should not use Ray's phone.
Can you track phones in the 70s?
No.
Oh.
I think there's no way to do it.
Okay.
I think you have to like physically place the tap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So unless someone broke into my trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers.
Look, I don't want to make the call now. Give me some time, at least to prepare something, think it out.
Yeah. You could sit right here and think it out.
I was gonna call them back at my motel room, but I don't know. I don't know if these people are gonna go for it, but sure, fine, whatever.
Yeah, take all the time you need. I mean, we'll be waiting. So. And I walk inside and I look at Ray and Jerry and I'm like, I'm gonna do some cleanup before we go in. Just walk in the house.
I walk inside too.
I walk around back. I set up a target.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take some practice shots.
Okay. Mike McAllister is leaving.
Wait.
Oh, he is?
No.
We want him here.
No. I stop him from leaving.
What do you say?
When I said that you could sit down here and think about it, not go back to your motel. You can contemplate all you want, right here on this stoop.
No. No. And he starts walking towards his
I'll
car.
grab him by the shoulder.
He turns around.
No. Gave you too much, son.
Excuse me?
Gave you too much. Why do you need us anymore?
Maybe I do want to talk to these people.
How do I know you won't go just do it right behind our backs?
Oh, God. I hate when it gets like this. Fuck, man. I don't know. Look, I want information from these people, I guess. I don't think that I actually do, but... Okay. I at least owe you. Right. For the Dan Winters thing, sure. And I'm gonna look into that on the side on my own. You want me to call these two people, try to get them somewhere? That's fine. We don't have to play the game. We don't have to do it like that, okay? You help me, I help you. Look, give me some time at least to go over my notes, see exactly how this fits in, because I don't know if there's something that you guys aren't telling me. So God's honest truth, I just want to figure that out before I maybe step into a pile of shit that I'm not expecting. God's honest truth.
Knock on the door. It's behind me. Am I letting this get out?
You're talking Mike?
Yeah.
Is he trying to leave?
I just
That's funny as fuck. Oh my god, it's so funny. Is he trying to leave?
Yeah.
I open the door. I'm like, what the fuck? You said you'd stay.
No.
No, what?
No, I didn't say I was gonna stay. Look, I told you the same thing that I told him. Look, alright. For 5 seconds. Put yourself in my shoes. Right?
Sure.
Reporter. I want to write a story. I want information. You guys gave me information. Tell me, and also, no offense, you guys have kind of been a little shitty to me this whole time. All right, be fair.
Chuckle.
Be fair. You say, do this for us, and then you give me information, and that's useful. That's cool. But I don't know if I can trust you. Yes, you're cops, sure, but I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, so I'm putting myself in your shoes, and on several occasions, these cops, whom you don't trust, have given you information. Several occasions, you've been given
one other
information.
occasion.
Okay. Well, you've been nodded towards some very. Look, you're almost at the same bar that we're at right now in terms of knowledge.
I don't want to argue with you. I don't. But I need some time to think about this. I will consider this offer.
Okay, now put yourself in our shoes, right? 2 occasions, we've given you information. We haven't gotten much in return, okay? And now, Frank, you know, we really just... we spilled the fucking beans, man. We spilled the fucking beans to you, and now you're gonna go home and sit on it. Surely you understand that there's risk involved.
Yes, that's why I'm going to think about it. You have implicated the chief of police of the largest city in Minnesota as a criminal who is obviously or apparently involved in the murder of children. You are asking me to contact 2 of the people closest to him to meet with those 2 people in a room. Yes, that's something that I may want to think twice about. Is that ridiculous? It's not right here, right now. It can't be. That's ridiculous.
Are you shooting?
Gunshot rings out from the back of the trailer.
I close my eyes and I squint really fucking hard. And I open my eyes and I say, surely you understand that our case, we could get closer to solving this case if you do this, right? And I start to walk around him.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm sure, but look, I mean, it might be more than I signed up for. Look, I want to write the story, I do, but you're implicating dangerous people.
Okay, tell us this. You said if we give you information, you would tell us who your person of interest was in the unit. Who is it?
Mark Cannon. Day shift VCU, now night shift VCU. I believe he was your old partner.
Okay.
And like I said before, he's not a bad guy. He's not trying to step on the case. Just, you know, a file here, a eyewitness report here.
Look, we want to give you an hour. An hour.
60 minutes.
All right. 60 minutes. Okay. I'll walk away.
He looks at Caleb.
Caleb taps his watch. Better get going.
Turns around and starts walking towards his car. Gets in and the door closes. Mike McAllister drives down the driveway. And that's where we're going to pick up next session.
Thanks for listening to this episode of LFVCU, a Nasty Table production. Please be sure to follow us on social media. We're active on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok at The Nasty Table.